because we have a stack match coming up here. We have a stack match coming up with 4 players by the name of Nod, Razer, Magorian, and Paynn, who will battle it out for 2 positions in the semifinal. So the top 2 is going through. The bottom 2 have to pack their things and have to say bye-bye. And we could maybe start a prediction if someone wants to do that from the mods. It's up to you. But we have a different format this time. So it's not rounds mode as in the first round. It is cup mode now, with a point limit of 100 points. Points per repetition as always, 10, 6, 4, and 3 for the respective positions. And cup mode works like that. You collect points due to your position, and then you add those points up, of course. And if you have surpassed this 100 points barrier, you activate finalist mode, and then you need to win 1 more round in order to get through. So that's how it's working. And as I've said, Razer, probably the favorite here for me tonight, or today, I always say tonight, today, is playing, so he is very sick. Also Magorian, I haven't really seen him, as well as Nod and Paynn. So Paynn more probably the underdog. But let's go ahead and see that. So an underdog can maybe make something happen here. We have 5 maps in the map pool. Every map is played in 5 rounds, or within 5 rounds. And let's go ahead into the first round and see who's taking that one home, that 10-pointer. So Razer and Nod currently in the lead. Magorian also close by. Paynn, however, already 0.2 away. Also not the best line here. Accumulates a lot of speed though, but it's still not enough to come anywhere closer here. But only 0.2 away, so a mistake could come in very handy for Paynn, but also gets a misalignment here, or had a misalignment there, and makes that mistake, and with that he's 0.4 away. Magorian also 0.2 away here from Razer and Nod, who have a very close fight here in that first round. So that is very cool to see that. Razer going a little bit more inside there, so he gets the better line over that part. So Razer currently leading, almost jumping there or getting airtime, but that wasn't the case. So Razer still leading, not behind that, but he gets attacked by Magorian. So let's take a look here. Maybe he can make some damage here in the ending. But positions are set in stone. Razer in first, Nod in second, and Magorian on P3. And a 101.1 is a good time to start it off. So Razer with his first 10-pointer. Okay, into the next round we go. Again, Razer, Magorian, and Nod with a good start. Paynn already further behind. So Paynn not matching the pace here. But he can... Okay, I wanted to say he can maybe get some positions by not making a mistake. But just in that moment, he made a bonk. So yeah, he is out on that one. And with that, we have Razer and Nod here, who are also extending their lead here over Magorian. So Nod seems to be ready on this track, and especially on those maps here. So Razer again with a very good line here. Gets himself a lot of speed, but he had to release, so Nod goes into the lead here. Let's take a look. Is Razer risking it for the 10-pointer, or will he also get overtaken from Magorian here in this ending? It might look like that, and actually Razer drops from P1 to P3, and Nod with a great time here. A 101.06, so definitely fast times on this one, and a great round here, because a 101.2 sometimes is enough to win. So Nod with that goes into the lead. Razer still on P2, and Magorian on third. But I can smell a close match here. I am smelling a close match between those 3 players. Unfortunately, Paynn is not matching the pace, but yeah, as I said, he can maybe get himself some points if players are risking. As you can see, Magorian makes that mistake there, and that's exactly what he's in need of. Of course, 4 points is not that much, but then someone else makes a mistake, and all of a sudden he's in a fight for first. This could happen, but Paynn, of course, not being the fastest player on those maps. He's not doing particularly bad on those tracks. He's picking good lines, but tech is just so unforgiving, and it's so hard to drive, and I can just relate to that. That would be me on tech here. I would even play worse than that, I can tell you that. So Paynn is doing a good job here of not falling too far behind, in my opinion. But Razer versus Nod here, because Magorian has made a mistake and will only get himself 3 points. Nod is taking it, and then we have Razer. Actually, oh my god, Razer actually sniped it there. 0.01 of a second. Oh no, oh no. So Nod is inting his first position there. This could have been his one. And with that actually going to the lead. But with that Razer goes into, or extending his lead. And with that Razer is extending or going to the lead again. So 24 points for Razer. And also Magorian here, only 13 points. So that is not good for him. And now Nod made a mistake. So Nod currently on last. Paynn is just playing the the cock blocker here for that third position then. But now he makes that mistake as well. So Nod currently on third position again. But he needs more than that. Razer and Nod. Razer and Magorian are on P1 and 2. So Magorian needs that first position in order to come back here from that not that good first and third round. But currently he is 0.16 behind. So Razer, very, very good line here. And he will take that one home. He's 0.3 ahead. He has nothing to risk here. So Razer will take it with probably a good time here. 1 minute 0.97. Every time under 101 is very good. And Razer wins that here again and goes up to 34 points. Magorian with 6 points. It's still fine for him. But yeah, you know, still 7 points away here from Nod. But he can definitely make something happen. I can tell you that. Let's go ahead here. Last round on Humble Forest by Clem. And let's see how this works out for the three players here at the top. As Paynn already was falling a bit behind again. So he's already quarter of a second behind the pack here. And the battle between Razer, Nod and Magorian. Okay, Magorian with a good line there. Nod goes so far inside, so he will not have the most amount of speed in this section. So Magorian temporarily in the lead. But then we also have Razer, who is having a really, really good day or good time on this track. Currently is leading. Magorian had to release, and this means that Nod also again here in this battle for that second position. They are both direct opponents. Razer is untouchable in this round as he's already 0.2 ahead, but he can also choke that ending. But Nod with that is getting that second position. No, who's getting it? It's actually Magorian here overtaking Nod in the ending. And Magorian with that gets himself a second position again. Razer in first and then Nod on P3. Paynn on fourth position. And now we're gonna go on to the next map. Razer already at 44 points. And that's what I certainly don't like about this map is played 5 times instead of 4 times as a normal cup mode. Because, I mean, you only have to see 3 maps. Kind of. If you play flawless, of course, you have to play 3 maps also in the 4 rounds. On the 4 rounds format. So if you have 4 instead of 5 rounds. But I think 4 rounds is better because then we might see every map in each round. But yeah, this is the next map. It's Achilles by Kiesler and Nevermind. A cool map, I have to say that. But every map has its unique flavor to it. A lot of different blocks have been used on this track. And different drifts. So this map is pretty unique. And yeah, let's see the warm-up here from Razer. And maybe he can come close by that WR, which is a 57.15 by Panda, who's also playing. So Panda is also ready. Not sure how consistent he is. But if I recall it correctly, he was winning Spam's Christmas Cup. Was he winning that? I think so, right? I think he was in the final. I'm not sure if he won that or not. But I think he was in the top 3. Correct me if I'm wrong. But those were like also, yeah, not tech maps, but they had some tech parts in it. So he wasn't so bad on there. So I'm looking forward to see Panda in the semifinal, and I'm expecting him there as Paynn has made the first mistake and goes for the respawn. Okay, so he is 4 seconds behind. Magorian, Nod, and Razer are in the battle for top 3 again. And no, Yakosu, you don't have to check the PBs. All good. All good, all good. Let's see here if anyone makes a first mistake here from the players. Currently, it looks very close between them. It's 0.1 of a second, approaching the last parts of the track now. But Magorian not with the best alignment there, but gets a lot of speed in that downhill sector there. But still not enough to come anywhere closer to Nod and Razer, who are very good on this one. It's all in the ending here. Who's gonna take it? Razer with more speed. Is he taking it that? Or is Nod staying in first position? It's so close between them. And Razer is taking it at 57.54. So a great round here, to say the least. And Razer wins it yet again. Nod on P2 and then Magorian on third. So Magorian and Nod are tearing 7 points apart. So they're still at 36 and 29 points. But the interesting question is, Razer will eventually, win more rounds. Yeah. But now the 10-pointer is again on stake, you know? Because it was occupied by Razer for for 5 rounds in a row. But again, the jinx. Yep. It's kicking in, as always. You guys know me. So he's out on that. And goodbye, Hofi. Let's see who's taking that. Not almost jumping off there, almost getting airtime. Went so far outside, but with that he had to pay the price. That Magorian is now leading, but not with a good ending section. You can maybe get it. Get him the 10-pointer. Nod is getting so much speed. Is he taking that? He's jumping so far to the left, but a great ending here from Nod is getting him that 10 points. Razer is only getting 3 points here, so that with that also Nod comes closer to that first position. So 7 points that he was gaining for that. And now it's only quote-unquote 11 points between them. So Nod thus far with a good performance. But it was Magorian who was in need. He was really in need of that 10-pointer there. But he really had to risk it because it was not having a very good ending. So Razer again, good start here. Look at that. He's 0.2 ahead. He's actually on a good pace here. But just when I say that, it's Magorian coming a bit closer here. Only 0.1 now between them in that sector. But Razer accumulates way more speed in this section compared towards Magorian. Okay. Razer might be on a good time here. Maybe a mid to low 57 time that can occur here, or that can take place for Razer. Let's take a look. He's also doing that ending. Nah, he's doing it quite conservatively. So maybe a 57, yeah, 0.6. That's still a good time. Magorian on second. Then we have Paynn on P3. So he's getting himself that third position. But of course, with that, he's only at 27 points. So he won't really have a saying here. And yeah, 49 versus 41 points. Still pretty close for that second position. And consider, guys, there's only the first and second place going through on this one. And third and fourth are going out. So Nod versus Magorian is the battle that we're going to focus on. It will be inevitable, or it is inevitable, I think, that Razer is going to make it into the semifinal. But I mean, this round is not looking too good for him. Magorian and Nod definitely are matching the pace, so we can maybe see a comeback on the other maps. For Magorian or not, maybe the maps are suiting them better or not. Who knows, who knows. But currently, a close fight in this round. But Razer had to release and didn't release sufficiently, so he was touching the wall. So now Magorian is alone here in that 1v1 versus his direct opponent, Nod. And actually Magorian goes into the lead with a lot of speed and a beautiful angle on this part. So Magorian presses B for boost in the ending and is taking it. Very nice ending from Magorian. Takes that 10-pointer, not on P2. Then we have Razer still getting third and Paynn on last and going up to 30 points. So Paynn, it will be hard for him to really have a saying here. I have to say that because he's already 21 points away here from Magorian, who's currently on P3, and only 4 points away here from Nod. So Paynn needs a miracle, but he's still playing, and that's what I like. So still nice attitude that Paynn has. I have to say that he's still playing. You know, he's still holding strong, even though he knows that he might not make it, but he's still having fun playing that competition. So clap towards Paynn. Very cool to see that. Oh, close round again here. Look at that. Look at that. Very close round. Not Magorian. And then also there's Razer. So very, very close 400ths of a second between them. Make it 7 now, but a good line by Not there. Going into the second position. Look at that. That's so close to call here. Approaching the last part of the track here. Who's gonna get it? Who's risking it the most? It's Razer with a mistake. Who is out? Razer is really struggling. And Magorian with a good ending again. And he will get first position yet again. So great round. Until the mistake of Razer, but also a great fight here for first between Magorian and Not, and now it's equal between them, both with 61 points, and also Razer didn't really get himself too many points, so only 14 points between them, so they can still something happen on the next couple of maps. Maybe we're gonna see 2 more maps, or maybe this is the last one for one of those players. It could be the last one for Razer, but in theory also for Not or Magorian if they are winning every round. And guys, maybe you remember this track from last week. It is Royal Cheese by Luoki, with that melancholic feeling with the sunset mod. It's a difficult map, I would say. It doesn't look like that, but it's difficult. You have drifts that you really have to do, very precisely in order to get yourself the most amount of speed, because you are not really drifting a lot here. You're having long drifts, you know. You're not having like repetitive. Let's say you don't have like left, right, left, right. You usually have a long left turn that you have to hold. As you can see here, this part, it's really long and you really have to hold it here for several seconds and get the best speed out of that. And then also the ending, which is really hard. The ending really hard. And the WR here is a 59.96, and the WR is by none other than Nod. So let's see how he's approaching that one. If he can redeem himself. We have seen winning times 1 minute 0.3, 1 minute 0.2, something like that. So let's go ahead here into the next round. Currently the standings. You can also see it here on the left, above the chat. Razer is leading still with 75 points, then Nod both with 61, and then Paynn at 33 points. But he gets a good start, so maybe with the ending, he can get himself a first or second position. Who knows, since this ending is really hard to do. Razer again with a mistake. So Razer, this is not good for him. And he actually has to respawn again. So I'm not sure if he's not able to finish or not. So Magorian and Nod will come closer and closer with that. And with that, the match gets very interesting. I have to say that. Razer struggling. Nod is leading. And let's take a look here. Oh my god. He's pulling the Bren. He's pulling the Bren there. So Magorian is leading. And as I said, it will be Paynn who snipes away some points here. Even though he goes for the safe finish. Magorian takes it here with a 1 minute 0.6. But it is Paynn who is very safe here. Who's going to go for that risky finish? None of them is going for that. Because they didn't want to risk to lose their points. They're still able to finish. But Magorian with that 71 points. Okay. So Paynn with his second position here, going up to 39 points. And we see again a mistake by a player, but this time it's not Razer, it's Nod, who has made that early mistake there and finds himself 0.8 behind. So Magorian versus Razer here. And also it's the battle for first, so the first place also matters seeding wise. Because if you're first, you play against 2 second seeded players and 1 first seeded players from the other quarterfinals that are currently running. And of course, if you're second, you play against 2 first seeded players, which tend to be harder. Magorian again with a mistake. He is dead and falls from first to last. And that's in 1 mistake. So this part is really hard to do. But currently Paynn is actually on second position. Paynn on second. And will he hold it or not? Because the ending is very hard. Paynn actually in first. You got to be joking me. You got to be joking me. Paynn is getting first. Paynn is getting first. Everyone made a mistake. Not in second. Magorian on third. And Razer is getting fourth. So cool to see. Paynn is winning here. Paynn up to 49 points with that. And definitely denying some points to him. So cool to see that. And that's the mentality that I love about Paynn here in this race. So cool to see that. 49 points now for him. And with that 10-pointer, man, he is actually not like... he's not out. Of course, he needs more miracles like that. But everyone made a mistake here in this round. Let's take a look onto Paynn here, who's not playing too bad. He's really he's putting in the effort. He's playing good. He's only 0.3 away here from Razer and probably has gotten himself a good start. Good line here from Paynn. But bonk. Okay, he didn't know where to go, or couldn't decide, let's say it like that, if he should go outside or inside pole. This line is not that easy to do, but no one is making a mistake here. So Nod versus Razer. Nod has more speed compared towards Razer in this part. But Razer, again, only with 3 pointers in the last 2 or 3 rounds, something like that. So Razer needs himself, needs to get a 10-pointer. Is he gonna get it or not? As Nod is close by and almost snipes that first position. What a crazy ending from Nod. 500ths of a second. But he still stays ahead of Magorian here, which is of course important. But that was a very, very close ending to say the least. So Razer up to 91 points. And we have round 4 out of 5. And only 2 points between Magorian and Nod. Only 2 points between them. So let's take a look on that round here. It is not making that first mistake. So he will most likely not have a saying. But concerning that ending and Magorian. Oh my god. He's still on P3. Okay. Alright. Okay. So Paynn again could get himself some points here. Could get himself some points as he's on P2. Razer not making a mistake. Paynn still only 0.2 away here. So one good ending from Paynn, he can make it happen, and he can make it happen. So let's take a look here onto Paynn's perspective. Not giving up. 0.4 away. Let's take a look. Is Razer making it? Yep. Paynn. Yep. Not also. Yep. And Magorian also making it. So everyone has survived this ending. Razer with a 1 minute point 73. Going up into finalist mode. So good luck to him. And Magorian and Nod are 20 points away. So Razer was struggling a little bit, but now in the last 2 rounds he was really redeeming himself. And let's take a look if Razer is taking it in his first finals attempt, or if not, or Magorian, or maybe even Paynn is denying him the victory and the entry into the semifinal. Good starts from all 4 players. Also Paynn was not that far behind, but with that he just made a mistake and he is more than 1 checkpoint behind. So Magorian, Razer and Nod are fighting it out for the 10-pointer here. And bear in mind, Razer needs to get only 1 first position in order to claim his ticket to the semifinal. Currently Magorian and Nod are fighting it out here, and Razer is so far behind. He's 0.3 away, but the ending can still be the hard part here, and both can still fail it. So let's take a look onto Nod here. Is he sniping that first position or not for Magorian? Good ending from both players. A 1 minute point 2 by Magorian, and that's definitely a great round here. Great time from Magorian, only 0.25 away from WR. With that, Magorian is denying Razer the entry thus far, and he's up to 92 points. So that's a great time here. That's a very, very good time. I have to say that. Alright, next map. This is the decider, I think. This is the decider. It is Obscuritas by Anisado. Nice map. The longest map. And the WR is by Nod. Yet again. So, this suit's not good, but currently he's only on P3. So, it seems that he didn't really practice for Razer here. I don't know, but it seems that he put in a lot of effort and practice. But I hope that he can redeem himself like that as well. We could see a potential triple final situation if Razer is not clutching it out in the next 2 or 3 rounds. And also the Magorian needs only 1 victory in order to claim finalist mode himself. Then Paynn is at 61 points, so I mean, not too bad for him. But yeah, he needs a miracle, let's say it like that. But the ending can also be failed here on this track. I really like this track, it's a really cool one. But let's go ahead and see how people are doing that ending and what times they are driving. Because times have definitely improved on this one. I think for me it has the strongest outcome on this map here, because we've seen like 105 low, and now we're gonna see, or we're seeing 104 times. So that is cool to see that, compared to the qualification phase 1. So let's go ahead here. Good luck to Razer again, and let's take a look onto him as he's in his second finals attempt, and Magorian and Nod are not that far away. Razer with a good start here, not already 0.1 behind. So let's take a look. He's going to make it. But Yekosto, it's a difference between rounds and time attack. It's a tremendous difference. And Nod is not that far away here. But bear in mind, Razer is finalist, so he can, he just has to save that first position. And currently he's quarter of a second ahead. He's on a good 104 pace. He's on a good 104 pace here, and he can well make it here, as also not with the best line here. So Magorian is overtaking him here. It doesn't really matter too much here. I mean, Nod of course wants that denial of points for Magorian, but not getting a good line. And Razer is through here. Razer is in the semifinal. Razer is in the semifinal, and he's taking it with a 104.76. That's a good time here, and GG's for Razer. Razer is through, the first person here in this particular quarterfinal who is through here, and currently Magorian is at 98 points, Nod is at 91 points, and then there is Paynn at 64. So now the question is Nod versus Magorian here. Nod needs the first position, and then we have a double final situation, and currently it's looking like that. This could be all decided in one last round on this map. It's 0.2 between them, and Magorian also not with a good line there by the first look, and also not with the best speed here, as you can see. So still 0.2 for Nod that he has to hold. He still has that gap, but Magorian with a lot of speed here. Look at that, he will come a little bit closer though, but still the gap remains the same. Gap remains the same, but there's still the ending that is really hard to do, and we've seen a lot of catch up in this part, as we have seen this map already in that first qualification stage. But going with a lot of speed though, but he's still 0.3 away. He needs a very good ending, and Nod can get himself finalist mode, and he will do so indeed with a 104.74, and we have a double final situation. Ladies and gentlemen, one spot, and good luck to Magorian and to Nod. Who's gonna take it? That's the question. Nice time, to say the least. And also Paynn is there. Paynn could potentially deny them. But well played, Razer. And let's go ahead here into the decider. It could be the last round, as Paynn is already a little bit further behind. And Nod versus Magorian. Let's go ahead into the fight here. Nod is currently leading. Magorian is also not having the worst start, so bear in mind only one person is going through here. Nod, however, with the mistake there, risking it so much, and Nod is out here unless Paynn is denying Magorian the victory here. This could still happen, but an anticlimactic ending here, and Paynn with the mistake. So Magorian is actually through here. He has 3 seconds of time to spare with, and yeah, with that in mind, Nod is actually 4 seconds behind. So Magorian is through here, unless he is failing and choking the ending, which of course could happen, but I think it won't happen. I think this won't happen here for Magorian. So the Polish powerhouse is through, and Nod is unfortunately out of this one. Magorian is taking it, 105.25 he had to save, or he could have saved it there. And Magorian is through, Nod and Paynn are out. Commiserations towards them. But that's how things are. GG.